And we are back. I think this episode of transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screencaps on YouTube and DeviantArt. There's plus comments. I'm making against the deviant lifestyle and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video. If you don't mind, say there's hate speech in my videos because there is no hate speech in my videos. The speech you hate, that's your story. Let's continue on people getting things wrong in the comment sections. And me trying to which is the basic biology. Also, I forgot to say that it's good to get vaccinated. Stop the spread of disease. For a few videos. But yeah, I remember now, and I'm saying it. Let's see some more. Not safe word. Fan art I cannot show you. Yep. Drawn pictures. Pictures drawn of cute cartoon girls. We're all grown up. Well, including Daria with her massive lady garden in this picture. Just, wow. That does say she's apathetic. That does show off how apathetic she is. Luna looking amazing. Luna Loud, all grown up, looking amazing. Candace Flynn, all grown up, looking amazing. Yeah, there you go. She's all naked and angry. I was like, there was a squirrel in my pants. So good. Very nice, girl. Very nice. Very nice. Candace, very nice. I'll see you later. Yes, I will. Yeah. I'll say word. Let's continue on here. Do this thing. Let's do some overlap, but it's more to do. Back a bit. Back one. I say, someone says, we also know that gender and sex are different. And I say, yeah, the words like trans male and trans female are used for transgender people. And the person says, yeah, it's like blonde woman, tall man, etc. This thread specifically refers to sex. So it's not lying, right? Like it is. And I say, but people can't change sex. And this one's can you tell me what specific verse in the Bible says identifying with another gender is sinful? I liked. Thumbs up. I quote, a woman must not wear men's clothing or a man wear women's clothing, for the Lord your God detests anyone who does this. Deuteronomy 22:5. Why? Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, and they do the like Proverbs 12:22. And the person says, well, trying to get out of this. To get out of the truth. Watch. Law, three things. Deuteronomy is old law, still counts. You should look at what was said in the Council of Jerusalem in Acts. Identifying what different gender is. Read more. I'll be back. I'll get the whole thing. Yeah, his or her attempt to get out of being, try to lie their way out of being lying, basically. It's old law. You should look at what it said in the Council of Jerusalem in Acts. Identifying with a different gender is not cross-dressing, laugh white butt off, but how do they do it? Does a person who says they are, a person more testicles, who says he is a woman, dress like a man does, and show off that he has a penis and testicles, and no breasts? Does a person born with ovaries, show off her breasts and other curves? And show that she does not have a penis and testicles, to get herself pumped up on hormones to get a beard, does that happen? Does she do that? There you go. What? Do they do that? Often not. They will try to dress up like the opposite biological sex, therefore lie, and therefore the verse is there. That verse is what that's about. People lying about the biological sex. There you go. Hang out there. Continue on, please. Gender is a social construct, but biological sex is not. Its ability to be false is only determined by the utility of the definition, according to Leisler Stoll. When we match put gender against biological sex, if the gender says, I'm a man, but she's born with ovaries, that's wrong. I'm a woman, says born with testicles, that's wrong, that's lying. So it doesn't work. Continue on. Again, this concept escapes you because you're capable of understanding it through truth. And I say, old laws are still laws. Gender identity is a social construct, but biological sex is not. Of course, I say it's how people identify as opposite biological sex in public, and that is lying. And then someone says, here comes law again. Man, I'm trying to do it so much. Try to convince people this isn't lies. These lies aren't lies. Continue on, please. level of acumen you're playing is hilariously uninspiring through lies. Please read Acts 15. Individuals who identify with another gender come may choose to dress in gender-conforming wear. That's not required, but they'll do it because other people will know what they are if they don't. It's about lies and deceit. It's about deception. Sorry, it doesn't work. You are aware that most men throughout history have worn, whether you would never always call it dressed right. It's not really robe, sarong, kilt, still male. They don't say they're loud lions, say they're females though. Like Jesus wearing garments that went past his knees doesn't make you a pearls clutch, right? No, because that was a robe. And I say, yes, Acts 15 talks about how sexual immorality is still wrong. Dressing in gender conforming wear is deceptive, and they also lie for us. And a robe is not a dress. Thank you. Go. Yeah. This was fun because this was from Weird Al's movie UHF or what, VHF, whatever it was, and there was this thing called the Wheel of Fish, a silly fake show called the Wheel of Fish. Yeah, an Asian stereotype dude who's I think stereotypically Asian, saying "stupid, you want to sauce, stupid," and a poor woman was just being berated because she got the answer wrong. Okay, great. Here. Hug. Oh. Hug. Oh, girl. Yeah. Oh, girl. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Thank you. And she basically, there's all these fish on this wheel, all these actual fish zip tied to this wheel, spinning wheel. And the Vanna White character has a look like a red snapper or something. And it's like, you can win a red snapper or whatever if you get the answer right, And it's so silly. I used a picture, this screen cap of that, to basically change the Woman in Blue's face to Brainiac's from Suicide Squad, the Justice League face, because it's like, it's the game. When it came out, they were saying, "Oh yeah, no, this is the Justice League. They've turned evil. They have to be killed now because we want to change everything to be what we want it to be. So the Justice League are evil. They have to be killed now. So they lectured back on a park bench, killed him, killed Superman, killed Flash. Wonder Woman got killed by fake Superman, so forth and so on. Green Lantern got killed by Black Deadshot, not real Deadshot, and so eventually it got to the point where finally." At the end, people were thinking, hey, maybe they're clones. Maybe they're clones, at the end of the launch content. Maybe they're clones. Maybe they're clones. And everybody's trying to run with that, but I'm like, I have no idea if they're clones or not. But at the end of the game, the game finally ended over a year later because they tried to be a live service, which was really stupid. It's found out that they did clone the Justice League. Brainiac cloned the Justice League, sent out crappy clones of the Justice League to basically try to help them take over the world, take over Metropolis, take over the world, and those are the ones that were killed. And it's just like, for real, you made fake Flash armor, you made fake Superman armor and Batman armor and stuff, and clothes and fake Lantern ring, all that stuff. You wasted so much time on that. You're so stupid. Yeah, I remember that scene. You're so stupid. I'm so stupid. So that's where that Wheel of Fish thing came from. Replaced Brainiac's face, made a video about it. Put Brainiac's face over that girl getting yelled at's face. So good. Now, when they learned what bear babies come from, PNG. Oh yeah, when they learned where babies come from. Someone said, I learned it all in fourth. I did it fourth, fifth, and sixth, and still am today. Did in tears of stream emojis. Saying it was so weird. They taught us how babies were made and how people do the dirty at like second and fourth grade. Hey I never got taught that when I was in second grade. Because my school is a highly strict Catholic private school. On fifth grade, I don't seem to get traumatized as the lesson was only for educational purposes and not for the dirty minds. And we have to learn its function because science includes reduction in living things. See how much time we have? We got a little time. Let's go. There we have a young, drawing of a young girl checking out bras at a store. Apparently, there's like several of them hanging up. There's like 3 of them hanging up. She's checking out bras. And it says puberty. Well, the word puberty is at the bottom. Puberty at the bottom. Very cute. Continue on here. Someone says, which Disney villain would you not want to cross paths with? I said, this is a tough one. All can hurt you, but Gaston can convince others to join him. I got 25 likes for that. And so can Scar. He's got the entire hyena population to join and fight with him. Fang and Claw. And the human Gaston gets to fight with him. He gets the stuff kicked out of him by enchanted furniture. And the humans Gaston gets to fight with him, get the stuff kicked out of him by enchanted furniture. My thumbs up. I said, true, but Gaston has guns. Yeah. And someone says, yes, all else should hurt you, but why would they? Plus, as far as humans, you probably wouldn't fight against him. But he has that magic, though. We should watch out for that. What do you want? Yeah, and so everyone on the list can do that, though. Scar got the hyenas. Jar's actually already in charge, and they can use hypnosis easily. And even Ursula can use magic to trick people into her control. And someone else says, it depends on the type of encounter. You just two crossing paths, Gaston wouldn't really care enough to try and hurt you. Jafar still has to keep up with his loyal servant facade, so again, wouldn't really care. If you don't have a contract with Ursula, she'd have no real reason to go after you. But Scar, he's a lion. He would probably absolutely try. Would absolutely try to kill and eat you. That's true. Why girls become boys? A trans guy reacts hate mail. Okay, there's one girl who's lying, saying she's a boy, who is angry about the PragerU and other people like them. Christian, definitely right wing. I don't know what Christian, but definitely right wing. Definitely right wing. Saying, wondering what's going on with the transgender lifestyle, why people are doing this. And I say, PragerU is awesome. You should listen to them. And you say that trans kids, the kids that are trans or bullied, they should not come out as transgender. And so gender euphoria only existed in boys. Me, a woman with autism. Why does that sound familiar? To somebody else. And then someone says, the thing is, when I came out as bi, my mother said, you've never been interested in women before. I had been interested in women before, she says. But I never heard anything because I thought it was wrong or weird. It is. Don't do that. My gender identity is the same. I haven't talked about it because I don't want to be disowned or thrown out. I read more. So it says, OMG, I can picture it now. My daughter is a tomboy. She likes to hang out with tomboys. Our tomboy is cute. And tomboys blossom into little beautiful women when they grow up. Am I right? Later, OMG, my daughter's tomboy friends convinced her that they are both boys through lies. OMG, the horror, bad girl. How can you lie to my little girl? Makes sense that a transgender would be a transgender friend, even with a low rate of trans people according to lies we're told. Because they cannot identify without realizing it, there's someone who understands the same feelings they are feeling of their bodies, and their minds, and their lives through lies. Go. Someone says, I'm a 15-year-old comfortable skin girl who has been interacting with and watching content for trans people since I'm 12. You guys failed in brainwashing me. Alright, thumbs up. Someone says, my handsome son came out as trans when he was 17. Also a female. I actually questioned her a year prior because of how I saw her presenting. I am bi, and she came out as her when her was 14ish and was still scared to come out to me. I immediately started her in therapy, bad therapy, so she can be the ones in the correct manner through lies. And so she can quickly know what path he or she would like to consider in terms of surgery to lie more. Even kids with accepting parents can still be hesitant to come out to them. Just love your kids. That's literally our entire job. Not through lies. As someone who graduated high school nearly a decade ago, I confirm that she is 100% lying about no one knowing trans kids in high school back then. Alright, so hear me out. I had a cat. I remember the cat. I remember the cat. The cat one was really good. Let's continue on here. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.